I'm Kaushalya Kularatnam. I'm originally from Sri Lanka. Today I'm just traveled from Oxford. Yeah.
What are you hoping to get out of today's event?
Oh well, I came here mainly sort of to look at to sort of listen to some of the talks. They were very interesting, and I've also brought a poster in of my final year project. So I haven't really started on it. So I kind of came here to sort of speak to people and see if they've got any ideas on how I can improve what I would be doing. So yeah.
Have you found it useful?
Yes, it has been very useful so far. It's just been half day now, so I'm hoping I can get more input throughout the rest of the day. Actually, yeah.
So could you tell me about some of the people you've met today?
Yes, I've met a couple of the judges who came to judge my poster, and I've also met some students from different universities, which is great for networking and all that. Apart from that, I've also sort of looked at a lot of their posters and got a lot of ideas about a lot of great things. So yeah.
What are your sort of career plans or ambitions for the future?
Well, my immediate career plans is that I'm going to be working for a financial institution in London starting October. But in the future, well, I want to be a software engineer, but kind of a specialist in one area where I'm really good at something. Yeah.
Why do you think IT is so important?
Well, IT is important because in today's world, in literally every field, IT is involved. Talk about medicine or anything. IT is like a crucial part of trying to understand what it is. So even if you're not a computer scientist, IT is still important for you. So I think everyone should be IT literate in that sense, and that's considered like a basic skill to get a job in today's world. So yeah, that's why I think IT is important.
Why do you think more women should consider IT as a career option?
Several reasons actually. One of it is to sort of make sure that there is a gender balance, and also in terms of input into projects and things like that. I think a woman's perspective might be kind of a balanced input. You'd have like a balanced project out of it. And secondly, also for the environment, it'd be nicer if you have more women actually working, so that the women who are already in the industry will also want to stay rather than try and look for something else where they fit in better. So I think that's why it's important that girls take up IT and actually start working. Yeah.
Why do you think so few women are attracted to technology?
I think it's mainly because of the image that technology projects, especially as a young student who's choosing their career. Technology doesn't appeal to a lot of people, even including me. I mean, I was thinking along the lines of doing something that was mathsy and then ended up doing computer science, but for lots of people, maths is like an option, but computer science kind of puts them off. About a person sitting behind a computer and coding, and that's not what's the real world. So I think they should sort of go to events like this, and we also at university organize events where school kids come and you tell them what you can do with computer science. So outreach programs like that could help as well. So yeah.
I was going to ask you what you thought could be done to address the...
Oh yes, I kind of touched on it earlier as well. But yeah, I think universities should take a stance as well, and organizations such as BCS should also. I think they're already doing a lot of work, but I think it would be more like we've got dedicated Women in Computer Science Days where we invite school kids from schools in the UK, girls, and talk to them about technology, and then try and make them understand that it's not like a field that they should be intimidated into going into. So just making it more accessible and making them understand what computer science is, especially because computer science is a relatively new field in comparison to a lot of other fields like engineering even. So a lot of people don't really know what computer science is, and I think it's important that you sort of educate them and tell them that there's lots you can do with it, and to not be put off by the general image that you get. Yeah.
Are there many other women on your course?
Not really. Actually, I'm doing my master's, and I do find that when you sort of go higher up the ladder, like if you've got a master's or a PhD, you get more women as opposed to undergraduate level. I suppose that's because a lot of women who start off stick to it. And at undergrad level, there's about 2-3 girls for a class of about 50 boys. But at master's, we've got about 5 to 10 people now, so which is a great improvement. Yes.
And have you got any advice for a young woman who might be considering a career in IT?
Yes, well, I think IT is a great field to be in today. There are lots of job opportunities and lots of research opportunities, and you'll be sure to find a job or a research position anywhere if you sort of pursue a career in IT. So I totally recommend it.
So what's your poster about?
So my poster is about trust metrics for online social media. This is my master's project, and what it basically does is I'm trying to sort of look at the information on the internet and try and classify it as whether it's trustworthy information or information that's really not trustworthy or undesirable. Obviously I couldn't sort of go through everything on the internet, but I'm going to focus on one type of social media and try and narrow it down and see if I can assess trustworthiness, or try and that is something that still hasn't been done yet. Like there have been research proposals and stuff like that, but there is no concrete way of measuring whether a certain thing published online is trustworthy. So that's my project, and yeah, that's what I'll be doing.